Hello, everyone, and hello to my beautiful queens. Welcome back to the Simply Lili podcast, the place where we talk about life, love, and everything in between with honesty, grace, and a little bit of humor. So, guess what? Today we're talking about Valentine's Day. It's that month. Yes, that day. The day of roses, chocolates, heart shaping everything, and expectations that sometimes feel higher than our blood pressure. But here's the question I've been sitting with: Valentine's Day, what does it really mean now? And how is it different from what it meant 20 years ago? Because let's be honest, love has changed, the world has changed, and many of us have changed too. So let's talk about it with open hearts, no pun intended, a little laughter, and some truth. Let's get started. So let's rewind for a moment. Let's go Valentine's Day 20 years ago. Back then, life felt simpler, at least on the surface. There was no social media countdowns, no personal proposals, like for seeing how many likes we're going to get. There was no comparison to 1,000 perfectly filtered relationships. You got a card, maybe flowers, and maybe a dinner at a restaurant that didn't require reservations 3 weeks in advance, like Red Lobster. And guess what? That felt special. And if you didn't have a Valentine, you may have felt a little disappointed, but you didn't feel like the entire world knew it. You know, we used to go out with our girls, and if we didn't have a Valentine and things weren't right, guess what? We would hang out and we would do Galentine's Day, believe it or not, way back then. If something was going on at the club, we all rolled together. And that's how we celebrated Valentine's Day. But back then, love was also more private. It was also much personal, more about who showed up than who posted what. And let's not forget, we were younger and we believe love would fix everything, that romance would always feel exciting, and that effort would come naturally forever. Oh man, if I could go back. So let's go back, and I want to do reality reflection. So let me give you some quick insight and history of the true meaning of Valentine's Day, because this had to come from somewhere. This had to transpire from somewhere. So what I found out was the history of Valentine's Day is a fascinating mix of ancient Roman traditions, Christian martyrdom, and later romantic reinterpretation of the Middle Ages and modern times. And here's a look of how it actually evolved. It went from ancient Roman origins to the Christian influence, which then led to the legend of the Saint Valentine, then medieval and Romance, Renaissance, and of course, the modernization of Valentine's Day. During the 18th and 19th centuries, believe it or not, the holiday became more increasingly commercialized, especially in Britain and then later in the United States. So, now that I got that tongue twister out of the way, let's fast forward to today. Now, Valentine's Day comes with price tags, pressure, expectations, and comparisons that quietly steal our joy. We scroll and we think, this isn't always something, but should my relationship look like that? And some of us, if we're honest, we just feel tired, not bitter, we're just wiser. And at this stage in life, many of us have already loved deeply, lost painfully, given everything, and learned the cost of loving without boundaries. So, Valentine's Day now, I'm going to say Valentine's Day now doesn't feel right. It feels loaded. Like, some of us are married, some of us are divorced, some of us are widowed, some single, not by choice, or maybe finally by choice. And suddenly, Valentine's Day isn't about romance anymore. It's actually about meaning. So let's ask the real question here. This is what's been in my mind. Why do we even celebrate Valentine's Day? At its core, Valentine's Day was never meant to be about gifts. It was about love expressed with courage, love that shows up, love that sacrifices, love that stays kind. But somewhere along the way, love became commercial, became packaged, measured by what we receive instead of what we give. But real love, lasting love, has never been flashy. It's quiet, it's patient, it's consistent, it's checking in, it's forgiveness, and it's choosing someone again and again, even when it's not exciting. And at this age, we know love isn't proven by one day, it's proven by a lifetime of small moments. So, how do we look at Valentine's Day now? Honestly, some of us don't even acknowledge it the same way anymore. And that's what I've been getting from friends and just things that I've been, looking up and trying to do some research on it. But hey, guess what? That's okay. And some of us don't even acknowledge it at all. I look at it like this. This is my personal reflection of Valentine's Day. If you love me, you're going to love me 365 days in the year, and you show up for me. I don't need the spectacle of just one day, and that's okay. Maybe a quick, hey, babe, it's Valentine's Day, but I love you every day. Something like that would make my day even more special. Because love at this stage of our lives isn't loud, it's actually intentional, it's peaceful, and it's safe. We don't need those grand gestures. We want sincerity. We don't need perfection. We actually want presence, and we want more presence. We don't need drama. We want peace. Listen, Valentine's Day now can be a quiet dinner, a handwritten note, a phone call, a moment of gratitude, or guess what? Simply just choosing to love ourselves well. And like myself, if no one celebrates you this year, let me remind you, you're still worthy of love. You are still deserving. And most of all, you're still whole. So, the true meaning of Valentine's Day isn't about romance. It's love with intention. Love that honors where you've been, respects who you've become, and also, it's so important, love that protects your peace. It's loving without losing yourself or giving without emptying your soul and choosing relationships that feel like home, not anxiety. Love isn't about being chosen for a day. It's about being valued every day. So I got to throw some scripture out there, y'all, because this is one of the biggest scriptures regarding love. 1 Corinthians 13, verse 4. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. Okay? That kind of love that doesn't expire is what we want. It doesn't depend on age and it doesn't need a holiday to be real. So, this Valentine's Day, however you're choosing to acknowledge it, do it with honesty, do it with grace, and most importantly, do it without pressure. Remember, you don't owe anybody anything. Love isn't behind you. It isn't rushed, and it certainly isn't defined by one day on a calendar. So, everyone, I want to thank you for sharing this moment with me. This has been Simply Lili, where love is real, love is honest, and peace always comes first. Until the next time, be gentle with your heart and enjoy that special day.